Hello and welcome back to Monster Hunter Double Cross, where today we're going to be fighting a Kushala Daora in G rank without a poison weapon. It's not really going to be so bad as it sounds. It's going to be. It looks like it's in the jungle, so we actually don't need any hot drinks, which helps. Admittedly, bringing hot drinks is not the hardest part of fighting a Kushala Daora. But it's nice not having to worry about it. So we're not going to need those, or those. Nor these. I mean, we could use those, but we're not going to. And we don't need these, or these, or these, or these. I said these for a lot of things that were just single items. That's not a book. This is a book. Okay, is there anything else I want to bring? Cleansers. Because we can get Snowman. Is that it? I think that's it. Why the hell not? We've got space. I've never actually fought a Kushala here that I can remember. Though the intro cinematic for Monster Hunter DOS, a game that I never played, did take place here. And featured a Kushala Daora. It's actually a pretty cool cinematic. And I think Kushi was actually inside the caves, so let's get there. And then let's climb here. It is raining indoors. Good job, Kushi. You did it. You can see rain coming through the ceiling. That's how you can tell this is no natural rainstorm. Should have saved this mount for after he got Blackwind. But then again, mounts just lower his wind aura by one stage, so he'll go to no wind instead of any wind. And that helps. It helps a lot, actually. And already with the wing break. Because Kushi's wings are fragile. And now he's just got white wind instead of black wind. But then he got mad and now he's got black wind. Therein lies the rub. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to save future mounts exclusively for black windy times. And I should have regemmed my stuff, but I didn't. So I still have Bio-Researcher. It's going to prevent me from getting all that Blast Blight that Kushi does. Oh hey, the wind actually saved me. And then I died. Well, I mean, Kushi does give me problems from time to time. It's not usually as lethal as Teo is, but honestly, I do find it to be the least... Oh no. Or wait, no. Not oh no. We're fine. Thought I didn't have those. I just scrolled past them. Yeah. Kushi, I feel like his moveset is the most threatening in terms of just... He hits me more often than the others. Also, I'm very often wearing armors that are weak to ice in some capacity. I mean, here I've got 0 ice res. That's better than I usually do, but Yeah, Cushy just tends to give me the biggest problems in the long haul, whereas Teo tends to be just the most immediately lethal. Makes me sad that they buffed Cushy's tail in Gen. For you, it only took like 3 hits to cut it as soon as he got below the 30% threshold, which he needed to before it was cuttable. But as of Generations, you actually have to do some work to cut it. It's a shame. Makes it harder. I'm actually not a fan when monsters have multiple breaks that both take work and are percentage breaks, because that makes it a bit tougher to actually get them both, because usually it takes more work than you can put in if you just wait until it's below the percentage, which means you gotta actually split your efforts, and you gotta do it in a smart enough way. Because if you split your efforts too much, then you might not get one of them that you want to get. Oh, that moves in G rank. Okay. So they're playing this like a rusted Cushy then. Or did that always move in G rank? I don't remember. I just know it's freaking nasty having the giant tornado move. That was a tail flinch. Ow. Yeah, using the flashes to go for the tail is a good plan. I endorse it. Also, not getting murdered because of wind is another good plan, and one that I am going to try to put into motion. We shall see whether or not I'm met with success. Also, Cushy, I wasn't over there. I mean, I appreciate that you ran over there when I wasn't there. It's just, I wasn't there. Just thought you might want to know. When you ran over there, you weren't hitting anybody. Not getting the tail with this flash, but we do need to work the face as well. In fact, it can be argued that we need to work the face more, because getting a flinch on that gets us a knockdown, gets us a sparkly, gets the wind to be lowered a level. Though it looks like he's at no wind right now, which is actually kind of weird because he's raging. Wow, way to just fall over because your wing clipped the shocky bug. It's always nice when the shocky bug gets an unexpected knockdown. Cat, you just lost me time. I probably could have gotten a hit had you not slapped me. Seriously, if they could find some way to make it so that cats would not attack you out of things, if so doing would cause you to lose control of your character for longer than you otherwise would have, that would be great. Though I'd imagine that would be a fairly complicated thing to code. But it would be so much better for the game feel than just, oh, hey, is he almost done actually recovering from that wind or that roar? Well, let's smack him anyway, because it'll technically get him out of that stun for slightly longer. Wow. Darn Cushy waving his face around. Ow. And looks like he's leaving. So I'm going to get my paint ready so that we can put some more on him in the next area. So I think this is our fastest path to get to that beach. And hey, for once it'll be raining in an entirely outdoor environment. Won't that be something? I like how the water is darker too. I didn't expect that to necessarily be the case. I mean, I know the rain is darkening the sky, but the water is usually such a lovely green blue. It's actually dark now, and I like that. I appreciate that. It's a small touch, but it's neat. Ow. I need health. That's not helping me keep it. And that most certainly will not help me keep my health, should it hit me. Thankfully, it decided to dissipate over the water. Ow. Oh boy. Well, at least it's going not towards me. For now, at least. Okay, there it goes. Let's actually use some of these life powders. Seriously? Managed to roll to the side of the face instead of on the face. This wind. Oh, you're tired, are you? Ow. Dang it. Okay, base camp's right here. I'm going to make use of it. Because we are missing quite a bit of health. What's our sub? Face and tail. Wonder if they're going to go to the 2 face breaks like Rusted Cushy has, or if they'll just stick with the 1 because that's what regular Cushy does. It's my understanding that Rusted Cushy isn't in this game, and if so, that's a little unfortunate considering they brought back other variants. Seriously? You're going way over there? We can get their 2 load screens from here. Because, yeah, they've brought back Furious Rajang, Savage Joe, Chaos Gormagala, and Raging Bracky. So why not Rusted Cushy? Get all 5 variants in here. But then again, a variant Elder Dragon is a bit different from those others. Especially because Rusted Cushy didn't really add much other than just damage. Whereas all the others have something they can do that the regular one can't. Like, Savage Joe is super grabby. Furious Rajang is a lot more aggressive and also can chain its moves in different ways. And some of its moves have additional components. Admittedly, Furious Rajang is probably the least interesting of the variants, just in terms of what has and hasn't changed from the standard. Chaos Gore is a very different fight from regular Gore because it's basically half shag. The fight itself, not just the monster. And Raging Bracky, of course, has his reactive explosions, which change things a lot. As does his large size and his immense damage output. But Rusted Cushy to regular Cushy, like, Rusted Cushy is got harder hide. And where is the exit? There it is. It's got a harder hide. And it did more tornado things? Oh. Yeah, I'm not hugely put out that there's no Rusted Cushy. I gotta wonder why it's not here. If indeed my understanding is correct. Shame I had to be in the air when I knocked him out of the air. Complete waste of a flash. But, got that face flinch. Really wish I could have been just a little bit further so that would have hit the tail instead of a leg. Because I do want to get that tail cut. And not just because it's the sub, but also because it's a tail, and I'm me. Okay. This foliage is not helping. Ow. Was considering throwing a flash and going in with my health low as it was. Because while he's flashed, he can't hurt me, but dang it, no more flashes. Yeah, while he's flashed, he can't hurt me. But as soon as he's done being flashed, he can. That's ultimately why I decided against it. Don't you dare come any closer. No. Okay. Now we need to get into the caves. Unfortunately, I do believe it'll be 2 load screens from here, but I could be wrong. I'm not super familiar with this map, but I'm familiar enough. Ow. I really wish that I could get into my aerial dodge fast enough that I wouldn't get hit by that charge every time. But unfortunately, he can charge faster than I can start up my dodge. So if he starts charging towards me, I've basically got to take it. I mean, I can try and get out of the way to the side, but I most certainly cannot jump off of him, which is what I would really like to do. Ow. Well, at least it was just the wind that hit us there. Ow. Unfortunately, sometimes the wind hits harder than others. Ooh, good job, cat. I know I need health, but I also need to do damage and preferably not get killed in the process. Ooh, good job, cat. Very well done with that face flinch. Ow. Now, if only they would do, say, a true health horn, then we'd really be in business. But no, our heel cat is tossing boomerangs. That wasn't a great sparkly, just a treasure. Okay. So this Cushie's going to have 0 wind for a little while. We've put a lot more work into the face than the tail, so going over here. Also, the tail waves around less than the face, which is kind of weird. Oh no, I need to paint him. But now he's gone. Where are you going, buddy? Back this way. Okay. So that should put him in the other cave, or maybe on the beach. Other cave, okay. More indoor rain. I mean, sure, parts of the rain here are not indoors. But there's also a good amount coming through solid surfaces. At least Amatsu has the decency to not cause any rain inside. Seriously, Cushy, you could learn a lot from Amatsu. Like how to be a tornado instead of just spitting them out. Well, that time I managed to jump off his face, but that's because I started rolling before he started moving. Ow. Shouldn't be... Dang it. Shouldn't be too long before we get one of the breaks we're seeking. Which is to say... Ow. That didn't hurt very much. It shouldn't be too long before he's below 30%. Because if it is too long before he's below 30%, then we're going to fail this quest. Just as simple as that. Interesting that it seems to just take a flinch to get rid of the wind. It used to be that you had to flinch the face. Uh-oh. You want to sit in one spot for a while so I can just bop your nose a bunch? That'd be great. One spot on the ground, if you would. Or you could yell in the air. That's also an option. Ow. Nope. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't like that I dodged? Problem with the rain, or not the rain, the wind. You can hear yourself dodge, but then you don't go anywhere because the aerial dodge puts you in the air and the wind puts you back on the ground. Ooh, that zigzaggy. I remember the zigzaggy wind. I could have sworn that was only high-level Kushalas that did that before. Either way, those zigzaggy winds. They get me a lot. Ow. Stop with the flying. Also stop with the trying to murder me. Those are both things I want you to not do any more of. You wanna maybe get on the ground? Maybe thereafter keep your face somewhere where I can smack it a few times? Be a real nice thing. Darn wind. Darn wind. Not having a poison weapon causes some trouble. But if I wanted to get a poison weapon that could even remotely match up against this one in terms of damage output, I would need to fight some Hyper Rathians as well as some other thing that I didn't want to fight. I don't remember what it was, but it was something. Yeah, I needed parts from Hyper Rathian and some other monster to fully upgrade my Rathian switch axe. I do have the Rathian mantle I would need. It's just Hyper Rathian. I don't like fighting hyper monsters for parts. Ow. I enjoy fighting hyper monsters for the challenge. It's just the fact that you can only get their hyper parts in the first row of rewards. It really feels non-rewarding. Like, I'd have no problems with it if you could carve the hyper monster parts, but you can't. Also, we've only got 10 minutes left, and there's no evidence that he's below 30%. This quest is not going well. Turns out, when you don't bring any countermeasures to his wind, it causes issues. I should have just kept going there. Well, I have no expectation that I'll fail this quest, because you can still repel them. It is slay or repel. It's just, I'd really rather slay. Seriously? You had to yell to make sure I couldn't sharpen? Jerk. Let me sharpen, please. That is the opposite of letting me sharpen. Gonna need you to be less of a jerk here, Cushy. There are two perfectly good cats for you to target, but no, you choose to try and hit the guy who is farthest away from you, and only then go for the cats, but then turn right back around. You are one hell of a jerk, sir. You take that job seriously, don't you? We're running out of healing. And we're running straight into him because he can't glide over the water. If he could, we would have been fine. But the coast changed his trajectory. And now we are out of reliable healing. I mean, we could use the max potions, but I don't want to risk using both. And he's gone. So let's go ahead and make our way for base camp here. Because I am positive there's, yeah. Ooh, and there's poison knives. Just what I need. Oh, and he's gone all the way over there. It's 2 load screens from here. We'll repaint him. We'll poison him. And hopefully we'll break his horns and cut his tail and murder him. But that last bit does remain to be seen. Okay, paint missed. Need to not run out of stamina while trying to run around him to paint him. There we go. Now, oh, there go the horns. I know I may be giving up my poison for this, but I wanted that tail gone. Okay. And now, as long as he's poisoned, he can't have any wind. Which definitely helps our cause. Though, another thing that would help is if he'd turn around for that flash and then get the hell out of the air. It's really the getting the hell out of the air part. That's what I needed there. Ow. I really want to get that sparkly, but I also really want to not even risk death to do so. And now I really want to get him the hell out of the air. Oh, hey, he did it himself. It is nice that Cushy stays poisoned for a whole 2 minutes. But, admittedly, 2 minutes isn't a huge time. And apparently he can have wind. Oh, the poison. No, the poison is still there. So he can have wind while poisoned and horn broken. You learn something new all the time. Seriously, guy? I literally don't have time to die twice from this point, so... Get the hell out of the air, Cushy. Oh, dang it, the sparkly's gone. Still, didn't really have time to pick it up. That's right. Stay on the freaking ground. We've still got a chance to bring him down. It's just, we don't have too much time to do it. Got a G-rank tail. That's something. Does he sleep in there? I don't know. Oh, that is... Okay, he does sleep there. So I guess it's not so bad that we had to take 2 load screens, because 3 load screens. Dang. But now we'll be able to do a full burst all over him while he's in the process of waking. Just gonna wait for some stamina. And there we go, we got some damage in. Got a flinch. Ow. Cushy, I'm gonna need you to not do things like that. Okay, this works. If I can succeed on this mount, I've got a decent shot of killing him in the aftermath. There we go. Okay, good job, Cat. Must have been one of those mounts where he ended with 1 HP. Had a bit of a time scare on that quest, but we managed it. And we got nothing rare from Carves. Yeah. Nothing terribly fancy. But a cleared quest is a cleared quest. Had 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Certainly not as many as I would have liked. I should have given the cats poison weapons. That's something I can easily do. And it certainly would have helped. But we did it anyway, so. Oh well. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. Join us next time when we do something that I don't know right now what it's going to be, but it'll be something. See you then, friends.